Hey, what's up everybody? It's your boy Trey, back with another video here. This is related to the news, crime news, and it's related to teachers getting arrested having inappropriate relationship with teenage boys. Yeah, you heard it. And all three of these cases has been mentioned or been in the news in the last week. So before we take a dive into these, go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and please leave a comment and tell what you think about this foolishness. So without further ado, let's get into it. Gonna hit this first one. Oh, and all clips are modified. They've been sped up. So trying to help with reduce the copyright issues. But they have been modified. So let's go ahead and get started.
Principal in Delaware is charged with sexually abusing a child. The alleged crimes happened more than a decade ago. The charges filed 6 months ago. Today there's deep anger in the community over the apparent delay in telling the public about those charges. It is Tuesday afternoon. I'm Brian Tapp.
And I'm Christina.
So this teacher had an illicit relationship with a middle school child. I think they said middle school 10 years ago, but they finally only decided to bring charges within the last couple months, as far as I know.
The big story on Action News is the arrest of former AI DuPont middle school principal Tasha Purnell, known in the community as Tasha Oliver. The alleged abuse dates back to her time as a teacher at a different middle school.
Action News reporter Amy McCormick.
A middle school student, though. A middle school student. They haven't mentioned if it was a boy or girl, though.
Live in Wilmington this afternoon with details on the charges here. My parents are so upset with that school community. Amy.
Yeah, and this is where she was principal. She was placed on administrative leave in September of 2023. A year later, when those charges came down, the district ultimately fired her just a couple weeks after the charges came down. Today, the parents say they feel like they were left in the dark. Former principal Tasha Oliver facing felony rape counts for abuse spanning from 2010 to 2014. Her victim, a young girl under the age of 16. Oliver was
From 2010 to 2014, so 4 years. So she's been doing this with a young girl for 4 years when she was a principal at a middle school in Delaware. Wow. And why they wait so long to put charges on this lady? Why they waited 10 years, 11 years to finally put charges on this lady? Why? If this was a dude, this dude would be in front page news within a week. If this would have gone, if this was a male principal that did this to a middle school student, he'd be front page news literally the next day. Lost his job and everything. 10 years though. 10 years. What the injustice, man. The injustice, for
hired
real.
by AI DuPont Middle School in 2020. She was placed on leave in September of 2023. A year later, she was charged under the name Tasha Purnell and fired by the district. The indictment accuses her of, quote, continuous sexual abuse of a child and sexual abuse of a child by a person in a position of trust. The victim.
And yeah, funny thing, yeah, teachers, principals, council members in schools are in a position of trust, because not only the child is going to trust you, the parents of that child is going to trust you. They help guide that child in the right direction, but yet you're abusing that to do this. And lately it's been more women popping up in the news doing this, like for real.
According to the Delaware Department of Justice, was a student here at Stanton Middle School where Oliver worked as a teacher.
I was like, did you hear about this? And I was like, no. And she said that nobody had told anybody.
Parents say the district did not release information about Oliver's arrest.
And then it's coming out like a year later. That's so scary to think that I could send my kid. Something could happen.
A spokesperson for the Red Clay School District stated, quote, Red Clay was not provided with any information that we could have legally or responsibly shared. Now today,
So thinking how she got away with it for 10 years though. How? Unless that middle school girl, or who should be now be grown, finally spoke out about it, but I don't think they even mentioned that. So how they was able to bring charges on a lady? Like for real, man. But if you notice, most child-related crimes is usually it has solely been more perpetrated by the woman. And there was a statistic that I had that showed more child-related crimes is committed more by women than it is men.
spokesperson with the Delaware Department of Justice says that the fault for the delay in communication about these charges lies on their office. You can read their full statement on our website.
That one was a short one. That one wasn't a full one. I'm gonna go to the next one. It's just a shame. I think one of these was worse than this one.
Begin digging into the arrest of 2 Georgia teachers accused of having sexual contact with a student at a private Christian school. Nathaniel Green Academy is in Greene County. It's about 80 miles southeast of Atlanta.
I'm in Atlanta, so 80 miles southeast of here. So long. If it's southeast, no, that means it's past probably near Milledgeville if I look at the map. But yeah, 2 Georgia teachers got arrested on this one. Let's see what they say on this one.
Cody Elkhorn spoke to the attorney representing the victim in this case. He's live for us tonight outside of her office in Buckhead. Cody, this is a disturbing situation here. What do we know so far?
This is not a large school. Right now, the website only lists 12 teachers. And
the school only has 12 teachers. So I guess it was easier to narrow them down, right? Wow. So I don't know how they even process elimination, maybe. I don't know. But if the school only had 12 teachers and it's a private school, yeah, they'd be found out real quick. I don't know why they thought it was okay to do this at a private school, a private Christian school at that.
this private Christian school has been around for about 56 years. Now, as far as this case goes, the GBI says they opened up an investigation in June of last year after allegations surfaced against a teacher engaging in sexual contact with a student, which has now landed 2 teachers behind bars.
I know it's going to rattle the community, and especially it being
2 teachers. So that means, and we know both teachers are female, this might not be the time for me to make a joke about this, but I guess they wasn't getting no action outside school. Yeah, that was horrible. It's not really a life of matter, but I guess, I mean, like, it's not okay to target a child at all.
private Christian school.
Bonnie Brown, a former teacher and student at Nathaniel Green Academy, even crowned homecoming queen in 2016, now accused of having sex with one.
Wait, she went to the school and she was crowned homecoming queen back in 2016, so 9 years ago. So this teacher is young. So the dance landscape is that bad for her, and okay, I'm not even going there. I'm not going to even go there.
One of her students.
There was physical contact at the school, and then there was also physical contact outside the school.
Attorney Ashley Mitchell is representing the victim.
He was a direct student of these 2 women.
Mitchell referring to Sherry Malden, the second former teacher at NGA, arrested on Monday.
And that one's hold on. That one was an older lady. Hold on. Yeah, that one's an older lady, much older lady. So you got one that was young, that was still in her 20s, and she did this. Who could? I think she was. If it's 9 years ago, that means she was about 26, 27, 25, 26, 27. And you got a much older lady.
On Monday, charged with aggravated child molestation.
To me, these women need the book thrown at them. The same sentence they would give a man for doing something like this, which they normally give a man, they put him on the list, and not to mention he gets normally gets 30 to 40 years in prison. They didn't give these women the same time and the same punishments that the man would get. Because these teachers are in, like I said, are in a position of power and influence of the kids. So it just this is very getting demented and stuff. It's just sad.
And statutory rape.
There is information to suggest that potentially other teachers may have been involved with other victims.
The GBI says the Greene County Sheriff's Office asked them to investigate in 2024.
Teachers are mandated reporters. It doesn't matter if you're in a private school or a charter school or a public school. If you have a reasonable suspicion that this kind of contact has occurred, then you have an obligation to report it to the authorities.
In this case,
It doesn't seem that the information made its way to law enforcement from administration.
I reached out several times since Friday asking this specific question. NGA has yet to respond, releasing a blanket statement Monday night saying in part, quote, while being careful not to interfere with law enforcement's investigation, NGA's administration and board of trustees are conducting their own investigation to determine any and all appropriate measures which need to be taken by the school.
Look, if anything, if the kid already came out, there's a chance the kids could be lying, but at the same time, if it's a boy, more than likely that boy is not going to lie about that. We know some girls would if it was the other way around. But both little boys ain't going to lie about that. No, they not. And I forgot what I was about to say on this.
Understanding is that one of the individual teachers that was recently arrested, she had actually been written up for inappropriate conduct with the student and this victim.
Wait, so she's been disciplined already by the school for improper conduct with a child, and that was like one of the red flags right there alone. And y'all still kept her on y'all roster, y'all teacher roster? Nah.
Now, Mitchell says one of the big reasons her client did come forward at this time is because Bonnie Brown was still teaching at the time of her arrest. She was an elementary school teacher over in Wilkes County at Washington Wilkes Primary School, and this evening, the district confirming she is no longer a teacher. Now, through Mitchell, her client did say this: "I am relieved that these two women have been arrested and the crimes are being fully investigated. These women took advantage of their positions as my teachers. My school did not protect me as a child. I see that now, and I hope that these arrests will protect our community and children in it." Of course, we'll continue digging for answers as there are some new allegations that have come forward since our reporting on this on Friday.
Wow, there are even more allegations on this. It took me a while to even find this video. So they got more allegations coming to them. Oh my goodness! Like they do a man, where they fully investigate a man. They need to make sure they do the same with the women, for sure. For sure. That's yeah. I'll go to the last one. Now this one is only a partial video, cause this one I only took a clip from it. I might not play the whole thing, but this one is the most recent one with the teacher in Indiana.
It really seems like nearly every other week there's another story about a teacher being accused of having sex with a student. And over the
Ain't we all hearing that? Then I even mentioned that in the beginning of the video.
last year or so, there are so many that have come up in the news that are women. A lot of them are younger women. This time, I'm telling you about a teacher named Christina Formella. She's a 30-year-old special education teacher and soccer coach from Downers Grove, Illinois. That's less than an hour west of Chicago. And now...
So she's a special education teacher? I might have heard that right? Wow.
Now she's on paid administrative leave after being charged with 2 counts of aggravated criminal sexual abuse and criminal sexual assault.
Yeah. And if I recall, I found another video that was on WorldStar. And if I recall, she was married too. So if you're married and you going out and doing this to kids, I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. This is... I don't want to say it because they might age restrict me, but this is sexual deviancy at its maximum.
She's been licensed
just in the form of a woman doing it.
As a teacher since 2017, when she was 23. Shortly after graduating from college, Downers Grove police started investigating Formella last Saturday morning when a now 17-year-old boy and his mother filed a report saying Formella had sex with the boy when he was 15 in December of 2023. Now, how did the mom find out? Well, police say her son's cell phone broke, so she ordered him a new one. And when she went to sign into the iCloud account, a bunch of messages from an unnamed account started to pop up. And I'm going to warn you, these are graphic. The woman's son wrote in one.
So they got messages. And just from the list of the message, I'm not going to read the messages. Wow. This is why I can't really trust iPhone users. You upload everything to the iCloud, you get everything. Oh my goodness. You can't hide nothing on iPhone. Once that stuff come to light, it's come to light. Oh my goodness. She definitely deserved to be arrested. Having an inappropriate relationship with, at the time, a 15-year-old boy. I'm pretty sure the age consent in Indiana is 17, but it's too late for that. And you was married.
I love you so much, Mama. The unknown number texted.
I think I'm gonna skip that part. I'm pretty much gonna post this. I think that's all. They're just reading the text message and stopped it for a second. That's pretty much it. But that's the end of it. Just this world's going crazy, getting crazier and crazier. But anyway, that's it for the video. If you made it this far, go ahead to that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and please leave a comment to what you think about this mess here. So yeah, I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Y'all have a good one. and peace.